Hey, hi everyone. So if you are new to Google Colabs, this video would be very helpful for you. This is a conference where uh, this person, Corcott, explains in details about 6 of the advanced functionalities that we can use with Google Colabs. So this is 42 minutes video. You can watch it. I have already watched it and uh, implemented all the 6 advanced skills that we can use with Google Colabs. This is committed on my CMP 255 uh, repository. You can go and check it out. I will go through them right now and maybe help you understand this. Okay, so this is a collab that I took notes in. Okay, so what all is covered here is how do you fetch and get the data inside this Colab? How do you convert the data? How do you read the data? Suppose if you have the folders in zip format, how do you extract it? And how do you get the data from Google Drive? How do you connect it? How do you mount a drive? Uh, he also talked about Google account authentication, where we are getting access of Google APIs, and we would be able to access other Google-based uh, platforms where our data could be. Also, finally, how do we import libraries? And there's one extra segment called magic that I will cover that was taught in the video. Okay, so basically, how do we get the data? It's basically as simple as running this command wget, and we have to include this exclamation mark in front of this command, and we just put in the link of that file, and we can check for those files stored here. We just have to run it. Suppose we don't see any right now. Let me run it. Let's see if it's able to fetch it. Okay, nice. So I see that it was able to get this file. How do you convert and read the data? You basically run this command unzip again with an exclamation mark, and then you pass that file name. This is how it will unzip it. If you run this here, you will get the output here of this. Basically, we have something called code and text. When you press text, a text block is added. You can just write your stuff here like this, notes. And if you add code, you get a code block. Whatever you write here can be executed on the Google Cloud via a simple click of this button. Okay, moving forward. How do we get the data from Google Drive? We simply have to mount it. We import the drive module in the Colab library, and we run this target mod mount. The drive gets mounted. It asks for some permissions. After accepting the permissions, your Google Drive will be connected to this Google Colab. Then you can fetch in the drive files. Yeah, this is a copy command. You can basically copy the content of that drive file to your home directory. CP, semicolon CP. How do you download a public document file? Every file has this a file ID. Just have to use gdown to get the file inside this inside our repository. Okay. Next thing would, okay, let's try this once if it is able to get it. Okay, let's refresh. I see sample.json. The file came. It was a public file with this ID. How do you get this ID? You should see when you share this file on Google Drive. With my Google Drive, when you share it, you have this link. You have to make it public. You copy the link, you paste it here, and then you would see the ID here. Okay. Coming back to this, how do you authenticate Google API? You use auth module of Colab library. Let's run this. Okay, it seems I have already authenticated, so it's not prompting. It will prompt a window that says, are you willing to give access or not? So a bunch of prompts and then this works. Okay, so next comes forms and interactions. Basically, you can have something like Jupyter widgets. We have Colab widgets. You can take in parameters here, and this is how you write it. You use hash at the rate param. So you get these widget boxes. Hash at the rate param, hash at the rate title. Okay, how do you get the libraries? You simply use pip install, and this will just install it. Since we already had matplotlib, so it says requirement already satisfied. Okay, how do you install permanently? Uh, you have to provide a target value, and this will target path, and these all data will be persisted on your Google Drive. Now, like I talked about in the beginning of the session, there is something called magic in Google Colabs. There's nothing but basically you can use some other language other than Python to write in Google Colabs. So Colabs was basically written to be similar to Jupyter Notebooks, and the primary language is Python. But with the help of Magic, we can use other languages as well. Just like we used R here, we just have to load it. We use something called modulus to load the IPython file, and then of that particular language, and then we just run that language command, so we get the output. Yeah, so basically it's nothing but again an example of HTML that we're trying to use here, and eval.js. This function is written in JavaScript that just takes a photo, and yeah, so I have stopped this basically takes a photo, so I had to interrupt it, so that's why this function is closed. And yeah, so this is basically it, all the 6 advanced collab skills being covered in this very good conference. You can go ahead and check it out. uh, Thank you very much.